attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, hello, Thursday Think Tankers. Everybody there? Can you hear me? Should be able to. I was just chatting with my buddies before the call. Hey guys, Zeke, Daryl, Greg. Greg was here super early, probably here before we were. Good to see everybody here. Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you're here working even through the holiday week for most of us here. So we're actually going to jump right into it. We've got Ed here who's going to show us a couple new changes with Project Loyalty that we've got going, and I think you'll like them. They're going to be cleaning up the interface in the back end a little bit and making things a little bit easier to understand. And Ed, you're there, right?
I'm here. How's it going, guys?
Let me switch over here.
You guys can hear me loud and clear, right?
I can. They can as well.
You can see my screen?
And Ed, I know something that people will probably want to cover. I think we talked about it before, but there was a discussion in the Facebook group today about how to make it like Stacy Roos' presentation, where he can, you know, the main dashboard when you're looking at the tablet is wide open, and there's that big check-in button, and that brings up the dial pad. Yep,
we'll get into that.
Yeah, cool.
First thing, I just want to go over some of the new things that we've done to the system. Dashboard pretty much hasn't changed yet, but we got some changes upcoming in the next week or so on that. Settings, we did change how you can attain your Bitly access token. So many people were putting in the wrong token and the Bitly links weren't working. So now it's as simple as hitting entering your Bitly username, your Bitly password, hit Get Bitly Token. It'll automatically fill in for you, and then you click on Update Settings. So that's a new feature there. Layout settings has not changed. My account has not changed. And limits and provisions should be pulling your additional credits based on how long you've been with the Thursday Think Tank. So you're going to get 5 just for installing it, and then 1 additional campaign credit for each month you've been with the Thursday Think Tank. Devices, we've done several changes here. Thanks to Stacy Ruth, he had some great suggestions, and we put it to work. We added a TextPad color, text color, and if you know the numbers inside of the pad were always black, well, now you can set the color just by clicking on here and setting your tone for your color, and bingo bango, you can change the text color. Next, we added the ability for the button images that you're using for your pad buttons to have a transparent background. So now you can upload a transparent PNG. Let's say if you had 50% opacity on your image, your background for your entire tablet will bleed through the button. So some of you that are pretty good designers will understand that that's a pretty cool feature to have. And I don't think anything's changed here. And that's pretty much it with that. And when it comes to having the ability to click on a image to bring up the light box, all you're going to do is put a URL to your image, check off Use Image, and hit Save. And now it'll convert that dial pad to an image. You'll use the same 2 columns here, pad % width, pad pixel height, to adjust your image size. And when you say 42%, that's 42% of the screen width. And that's the changes we made to devices.
Ed, real quick, I can take a note of this if we need, but right here where we got the color pickers, can we make it so we can enter the hexadecimal color as well instead of just kind of spinning the wheel? Can we have like the hexadecimal?
Yeah, actually what's going to happen here, Eric, in the next few days, because some people's URLs are so freaking long, and I was on one install, I swear to God, the URL was like half the page, and it kind of squeezed the entire table outside of the template. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to create a new system for the pad image and the button image to where it's just going to be a folder icon, and then you'll upload the image. And I got to show you guys the new what you see is what you get editor that we're going to be adding to the system too. So then once we make that change, Eric, we'll be able to add the hexadecimal in
Cool.
these fields.
Cool. Thanks.
Next is the locations. Not many new features and functionality, just a lot of cleaning up of the help text, but we have changed the deals and points tables. A little bit of a cleaner look here. The help text is moved up here, up into these little eye icons. To edit, you just check on it, and everything will edit. When you're happy with your changes, you just hit the Save button here. You can put your most important deals to the top if you want to, sort them however you wish. To make an edit to your content, you just come down here. This will be the Content Settings tab. Everything's the same here. We've just moved it and segregated into different tabs. And then we got Advanced Settings here, which works the same as the old system. Some people are having issues too with the Manage Deal category. Inside the mobile pages for the client or the customer, when they go to pick a deal that they want to claim, there's categories that they can pick deals from. And I highly recommend for any deals that you create from inside of your campaign. And then you see here, I have the campaign in focus right here. Any categories that you create are going to create inside of the mobile center. So we want to assign, this is a Big Block Burger. We want to assign this to food. Hit close, and then make sure you hit save, and that'll save your settings. So now that'll appear as a food category item inside the mobile pages. Next, we've changed the point schedule. It's all the same fields. We've just kind of cleaned it up to where everything's more laid out better. Same process. You just click on the field to do the edits, and then you hit save. And then we've segregated the advanced functions and functionality here. The bonus point schedule, and then check-ins, rules, and contests are all here too. So all the same functionality that you're used to with the old system. It's just a little bit cleaner. And as far as new features, that's it. Eric, if you can hunt up a few questions.
Bill said, so when you enter for that lightbox option for the keypad, when you select Use Image and you check that, then that automatically uses a lightpad instead of a lightbox instead of the original dial pad?
That's correct.
Okay. That should. So just putting an image in there, an image URL in there, and clicking Use Image is going to do it for you. Are we going to be getting that image library thing?
Actually, yes. If you can give me a couple seconds here, I can actually hunt up an example of how the new what you see is what you get with the image library is going to work.
That would be awesome, because I think they probably want to see that. We're a couple questions in there about that, being able to upload images directly into the program instead of using URLs. So we actually have a solution for that on the way. And
that should happen this week.
And it should happen this week.
And it's totally sick, man.
It's totally sick, man.
You can use Google Fonts, background shadows. You can pull images from, I don't know if it was Pinterest or another website, one of the big image websites. You can pull outside images. It's unreal, man.
Very cool. Very cool. I think we're hunting for a demo. I'll see if I can find another question while we're at it. Let's see. You guys got any questions? Greg is asking to see a possible example of actual campaigns with the system. Greg, do you have the one with the Dave's Hot Rod Cafe installed? Because that's kind of what we set that out to be, is that the broad general demo campaign that you can kind of refer to and modify to create your own campaigns. You should have that if you installed the right version. We started with Yum Subs, but we made it a lot better and made the Dave's Hot Rod campaign. Let's see. Terry says, how do I tie in my WB SMS platform with loyalty and explain how this could be helpful? Is that where you're headed to?
Yeah, right here. Opt-in SMS marketing system stream URL. Right now, with Wrecking Ball, you can only use Woot Text. So let me convert my system over to Woot Text here. And let me jump back over to the location. Click on Edit. Click on Mobile Settings. And now you see here, I have enter my Wrecking Ball SMS URL. This is where my install is. And then I don't know if many of you have been on the Wrecking Ball calls, but we show you how to get your API key. And then you put a colon and then your Woot Text keyword here inside that campaign. And what will happen is all of your SMSs through Woot Text to ESC2 for text to join will go through Wrecking Ball first. It'll opt them in there, and it'll transfer that user over to here, and they'll get the normal process like they just check in. So that's for text to join. When using opt-in SMS marketing stream URL, all you're doing is taking a user that comes in through the tablet and you're flowing them into your Wrecking Ball. So it's the opposite. And to create your URL, there's an example. In most cases, almost everywhere in this site here, under the header, there's going to be some help text. So make sure you read that. It explains it pretty good, just going beyond the calls that we're doing. But right here, like an example URL, you could take this, for example, paste it in here, and then remove anything else that you don't need here, like these brackets. So you're going to do yourdomain.com, wherever your directory is. If it's Wrecking Ball, smscontrolling.php. If you're not using Wrecking Ball or it's another system, you'll have to get the file name that you're going to use for that. You're going to put your campaign phone number inside Wrecking Ball or your shortcode number. You're going to put it in format 1-555-777-8888. You're going to leave from the same, exactly how it is. Don't change that. And then you're going to put the destination keyword at the system where you want these customers to be opted in at.
Can you, and does that go both ways there, Ed? Can you put the ESC2 in that URL there and have it so that if they opt in just to the tablet, it gets sent to there, but they can also text to join?
Absolutely. And all you would do here is go 69696.
Oh, cool. I didn't realize you could do that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So to answer the original question there, that's going to allow you, like you said, the first one he showed you with the API keyword will let them text your shortcode keyword, if you've got one, to join the loyalty list. So that,
now, they can only do that once. They can't check in, like keep on texting ESC2 to keep checking in. It's a one-time deal. It's text to join. It's no different than going into the store and actually going on the tablet and putting your phone number. It's exactly the same. But after that, they have to go to the store every other time to check in. They can't do it from a text.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Renee says, when do you anticipate the done-for-you service and any idea of costs? Renee, as far as I know, we are kind of playing around with that. If you put a support ticket in and let us know you're interested in it, we can get you some more information on it. I think we're trying to kind of take them as it comes as of right now and kind of see how that goes for us. But put in a support ticket at support.wreckingballmobile.com and let us know that you're interested in that, and we can find somebody to help you out. Let's see.
I want to add too, text to join is also a really great tool too for if you're using waitress mode, and instead of the waitress having to sit there and take everybody's phone number if they're new customers, she can say just text ESC2 to 69696. It'll opt them in, go through the process. Now when she goes to her tablet control on her little phone or whatever device she's going to be using for the waitress mode, she just finds your name, hits it, selects your reward, and then punches the campaign. So
Pretty
she wouldn't
cool.
have to do she wouldn't have to do any typing at all. Just pushing buttons.
Let's see. See, when you use this, does this make your long code null and void?
If you have it assigned somewhere else, yes. Once you bring that long code over to here, it's going to remove it from any other program that you're using it for. So if you have it currently attached to Wrecking Ball and you add it to this system, say bye-bye to the Wrecking Ball install.
Okay, so
You need a dedicated phone number.
gotcha. Need a dedicated phone number if you're going to be doing that. And then Rodney's saying if you do that, if you connect to your Wrecking Ball SMS system, when you send them messages, will it come through Wrecking Ball or through Project Loyalty? Can you just do both then at that point, whichever is easier for you?
If you're doing this process right here, then what's going to happen is they're going to get the normal opt-in procedures and functionality that they have already set up inside Wrecking Ball. If they do it this way, it's just going to add them to the list, but then bring them back here, and then it's going to run the process like they just went through the tablet.
But if you want to send out an SMS blast, you can do it from inside the loyalty system or inside of Wrecking Ball?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Any word on email center? Is that on the books for
That's this week too.
this week as well? There you go. How much does that cost? How much does what cost, Darryl? Oh, the done for you campaign setup and stuff. We're kind of taking it on a case-by-case basis and kind of determining what you need for that before we can give an answer on that. But if you are interested in that, just put a ticket in and we'll chat it over with you. Let's see.
Hey, can I show them this real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is
going to be. Go ahead. Sorry.
This is the new editor that we're going to be adding to the system. Any place where you have to put in like web content, we're going to have this set up. And then any place where a URL is required for an image, there's going to be a similar setup, but it's only going to be one button, and it's going to be a library. Let me kind of show you some quick features of this, and this makes it designing pretty damn easy. I mean, before you had to have a little knowledge of HTML, now you don't. For example, let me click on the text here. Hopefully Azar hasn't been messing around in here. But you can add all these functionality to your text. You can change line heights, letter spacing, word spacing, set your sizes, do your shadows, do paragraphs, all your headers, and I think if I go to advanced here, there's somewhere on here I can do Google Fonts too. Oh, another cool feature too that we've added. If you come through here, you could add your tags automatically too. So we'll have them all laid out inside of the field, first name, last name, email, or any URL, and hit the button, bam, it'll automatically put it in there for you. I want to show you this. I want to show you this Google Fonts thing.
And that's going to be inside the email center once the email center is ready, right?
Yeah.
So you guys will be able to make HTML emails pretty quickly and look really good and use those merge tags fairly easily.
And then,
That's cool.
you can
Flickr,
pull images off
that's
of
what you're thinking.
Flickr, and then you could add new files, new folders, upload images, and this is going to be your library. You can do all the CSS work right here as opposed to do it inside the HTML mode. You can put borders around it. It's pretty dang slick. You can do these styles to your images.
That's awesome.
So it's going to make for a prettier tablet altogether, if you ask me. And this is another cool thing I see, man. This thing blew me away. You could add YouTube videos. If I do something like Wrecking Ball SMS, click on search, I click on that, it'll insert the video.
Pretty sweet.
So yeah.
And that was a YouTube search? Like you just searched for
Yeah. It's
Vectable SMS and picked the first one you found kind of deal?
exactly. And then you can set your styles. If you want borders around your little screen there, and then set your dimensions. Pretty darn cool, man.
Wow.
You can
Super
add
cool.
flash.
Let's see. Flashed. Wow. You said this will be in there hopefully this week?
Yeah, should be this week,
Fantastic.
man.
Let's see. Ed, if somebody has text to join through, say, 69696 and they try again, what message are they going to get?
Once it's connected into this system, they won't get any message from Wrecking Ball. It's probably just going to black hole it. That's what's going to happen.
All right. Could we maybe...
There may be a functionality where it sends the join URL again, but I'll see if Azar's added that.
Or
I'm
send them the
positive.
mobile dashboard URL or something?
Exactly.
Yeah. We wouldn't want it to go out into space and never be heard of again. Let's see. Now, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Phase 3 is going to be doing more with the information we collect from Facebook, right? As far as, say, a birthday type deal or something like that. Are we going to be able to do anything like that?
Yes. That's coming at the end of Phase 2.
Into Phase 2, okay. I thought that was into Phase 3.
Actually, we're at what, July 2nd right now? End of Phase 2 is the 24th. So 3 weeks.
Awesome, this is coming right along. Let's see. We scroll down here a little bit. Is there a limit to how many emails you can send at once? Can you upload an Excel file list?
Why? Why would you want to upload an Excel file?
Yeah, I mean, you know, this really is going to be designed to send to actual subscribers, you know, to your loyalty system. You're not going to want to use it in place of Aweber or Infusionsoft. It's going to have the capability to send to all your subscribers as long as you're not, you know, using it as that type of thing. It's really more to send them their, you know, we haven't seen you check in a while email, or, you know, maybe the birthday email or something like that. We don't want to, you know, be blasting them every day.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your customers as soon as you get them. I mean, you don't want to come into have the ability to come here in an email center, upload an email list, and then go into your locations and then send a blast to them saying, hey, join our loyalty program. You're going to lose a lot of customers like that. It's best they just go in the store and sign up that way.
Right, and then it'll be able to handle it coming in that way for sure. For sure. Let's see.
Yeah, they got to join on their own free will. It can't be a forced join.
Terry, no. He says, do we need to pay the $27 a month to use 69696? Oh, to opt in through SMS, yeah, I think you would, right, Ed? Because
yeah, you need a keyword.
they need to have a keyword, so that's where that subscription comes from.
And you have to have Wrecking Ball SMS to use text to join.
To do text to join. Good point. Thank you, Terry. Let's see. What about using SMS other than UK, USA, and Canada? I am from Germany.
Tropo.
We got Tropo installed, right? Ready to go?
Yeah, and I believe Twilio might even work for Germany too.
So we have the option for Twilio or Tropo. Sorry, got somebody from Spain in the support desk yesterday asking if they can use it, and they definitely can with
Yeah,
Tropo.
and keep in mind that this is a outgoing SMS intensive system. The only place where you only have incoming SMS is when you text in BAL, info, or help. And we actually had someone testing it yesterday, might have been in Australia, and it actually worked. And they were using the Canadian number at Tropo.
Very cool.
And I didn't think incoming SMS would work, but it did.
Imagine that. Something that works that you didn't expect to. Let's see. Anything else, you guys? I got, John, I do see your question, and that is something we would probably want to talk about through support desk. If you put a ticket in, we can talk to you about that and get you taken care of there. Let's see. Couldn't I create a code, a bit.ly link to create scan to join? A QR code he's looking for.
Absolutely,
well,
you could.
Yeah, and that would work by just setting up your Wrecking Ball campaign and using that Wrecking Ball campaign's QR code, Terry.
That's correct.
Let's see.
Easy schmeezy.
Can I put the support email in the chat? Absolutely. support@wreckingballmobile.com. There you go. Let's see.
My Google, Abe's question there. My Google Nextbook does not have the scroll bars in the mobile settings, SMS settings. Any fix for that? Does not have scroll bars in the mobile settings. I'm not sure I understand the question. Do you understand, Eric?
No, I mean, but that's what I was trying to munch on before. Yeah. Does he have the option for scroll bars to be there, but they're not there and they should be? Is that what he means?
The text box. You talking about the glider? Are you talking about the admin, or are you talking about the actual loyalty system on the tablet? The glider. You mean the glider, right?
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
There is no scroller in the glider. So I don't know why you would need a scroller for the glider. The glider goes left to right.
That makes sense, Abe.
If you're not seeing all the content that you're putting into your, let me see here. I think I just lost you guys. All right, now I can hear you guys.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused with what he's trying to convey there.
He says click your mobile settings.
Okay.
Now what, Abe? What? Text box. Oh, right there? There's no scroll, there's no... I mean, do you just see the whole box? That's going to be a, just like it would show up on any other...
You're saying you're accessing the admin from your Nextbook. You should be using a PC or an Apple or something.
Yeah.
This isn't really made for mobile phones. The admin here.
And you still could, I'm sure. I think like on an iPad, it's the same thing. If there's a text area where there should be a scroll bar, there's no scroll bars, but you can, like, I don't know, click and drag inside of it with your finger or something. But it's not going to change that. Let's see. Terry says I could use a bit.ly URL from Loyalty to create a scan to join, right? No, I don't think so. Not from the Loyalty, because there wouldn't be a link to give them to do that from there. As far as for a QR code, you'd want to, if you want to create a scan to join for a QR code, you'd have to use Wrecking Ball there.
Yeah, I still get a couple questions about getting the bit.ly link or the bit.ly token. It's really simple. What's your username? What's your password? Hit get bit.ly token now. It'll automatically fill in. Hit save. You're done. You don't have to go through the bit.ly developer pages and search for it. Just do it all from right here.
And then Dana says in the text to join API link is the mydomain.com domain, the domain where WBSMS is, or where the loyalty system is. And that would
That's
be
Wrecking Ball.
when are we going to have documentation online? Dennis, I think we'll probably start to see that this week. We are, you know, part of it is we went and got all the videos done professionally. Now they'd be out of date in a couple of days, kind of thing. So we're trying to make sure we can get as much of the features in there as are going to be, and then we're going to get you those videos made up just like we have for Wrecking Ball now. Let's see. Got Abe taken care of. Anybody else? Anything pressing? Don't forget for you guys in the think tank that we're going to be going tomorrow night at 9 Eastern and not Thursday because of the holiday. And we'll also be having a Wrecking Ball SMS question and answer session tomorrow. So those of you who'd like can join us for that as well. Let's see. I don't see much. If you guys are, I mean, you can take a couple more if anybody wants to. Does anybody want to jump on with a microphone and ask a question live here? Seem to be doing well with that during our Wrecking Ball ones.
I think there was a hand up somewhere.
Sometimes that does happen. Let's see. Terry's does have his hand up. Did you want to chat, Terry? We may have covered that. That might have been his QR code question. Oh, that was it. That was his question. Well, guys, I mean, yeah, we showed you the new features, and it seems like you guys are getting it. And Dennis, yeah, like, you know, he did point out, that's a pretty good idea. Dennis says we should create a wiki type database for us so that our users can start adding content. I do like that idea. Not exactly sure how we do it. Probably, Dennis, do you know if they make a WordPress plugin for that? In-house wiki or something? Or, man, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to make if they don't have it.
Hey, Eric, check out the Google Fonts.
That's awesome. So will it update right there, right away?
Yep.
Oh, man. Super cool.
You can make some pretty sick tablets.
See, Bill says, I'm working with a car wash owner who wants to know if you can have 2 levels of check-in, one for regular and one for deluxe car washes, because that's how he does his manual punch cards. Any ideas? I think, Ed, correct me if I'm wrong, but you'd probably want to use waitress mode for something like that and give them, you know, maybe 2 punches instead of 1 punch. Is that what he usually did, was 2 punches and then 1? 1 for regular and 2 for deluxe? I'm asking Bill right now.
Okay.
Is that what he used to do with the punch cards, Bill, with the manual ones? Or is it 2 separate punch cards even? He made a manual entry.
Yeah, I mean, he could accomplish that using the waitress mode, server mode. Because what happens is, let's say the person is not a subscriber yet, they could either text to join if you have Wrecking Ball in the shortcode, or they could tell whoever's head of the car wash their phone number. They'll enter in the system, hit submit. It'll give them 2 punch card options that they're not a member of yet. He'll click on it, and then it'll automatically punch it right there. That'll be his first punch.
And then you could have 1 for the regular and 1 for the deluxe. So
Exactly.
just how you want it, I think. And that'd be perfect for a car wash too, you know, because the guy could have his little tablet, you know, outside, and it's not gonna, or however that works, I'm not sure, but yeah, I think waitress mode would work just fine for that situation. Anybody else? Anybody got any questions while we're here? Good to go. Anybody going to join us tomorrow for Wrecking Ball Q&A? I know a handful of you will. Sweet. Wiki WordPress plugin. Thank you, Karen. I will check that out. It looks cool. Dave's going to be here with us tomorrow, so Zeke, we will be here for sure. Dave's on vacation, got his boat in the water. I talked to him this morning. He's doing well. Got some nice weather for him up there, which is good to hear. He needed to get away for a little bit and put his boat in the water. And I asked him, I said, do you do any fishing while you're there? And he goes, no. Like I'm crazy or something. I said, I don't know what else you do when you're on a boat if you don't fish, but I guess you know, case of beer or something. I don't know. Ed, are you showing waitress mode right now?
Yeah.
So that would be how it works. I don't know if you just saw that, Bill, but
can do it again.
we are recording this, and we'll get it to you guys, get it posted in the members area, just like always, so that if you want to review it and check it out, it'll be there for you. Let's see.
Last call for questions.
Yeah, let's call you guys. I mean, hopefully that means we're doing well, and you guys got it all under control here. How do
To
you
get to waitress mode,
there you
you
go.
go to locations. You're going to click on edit here under the campaign that you want, and then under settings and locations is the second line down, loyalty server URL. Just click it. If you're going to be providing it to the business, you might want to provide it as like a bit.ly link, so it's a little bit easier to understand for them. But yeah, it'll take you right to the server mode right here.
Okay, and somebody says, where's the settings for the username and password for waitress mode? But that
It actually pulls it from right here.
it's the
under
same as
business
the,
info.
gotcha, same as the one you already have in there. So that's under business info. Let's see, can you feature other businesses on the same iPad?
Absolutely, you can.
And when you're setting it up, you'd want to just check third-party deal, I think it is.
Yep. Let's say I'm on Dave's Hot Rod Cafe. I click on my deals here, and let's say we want to run a deal from Yum Subs. Let's say you're doing some sort of co-op or JV. You just add it as a third-party reward, and now it's going to appear inside of your loyalty tablet. If it's set for featured on Glider, it'll appear on your Glider. You can always set that to no. It works the same as your own campaign that is built for, in this example, Dave's Hot Rod Cafe.
Now, when you do that, Ed, if you edit that campaign now, is that going to edit it for everywhere or just within inside of Dave's Hot Rod campaign now?
Just within Dave's Hot Rod Cafe.
Okay, just so you guys get that.
Ideally, what you want to do is you want to create an orphan deal. If you're really going to get involved in doing that, you go to rewards, just click on the button here. Any deal that you create right here becomes an orphan, and that can be assigned to any deal.
And that's going to be
if you do make changes to it, it ain't going to totally jack up if that's sitting on another business's tablet.
See, Dennis says, do the loyalty URLs change every time I log in, or is it fixed? Those are the same.
Fixed.
Yep.
And I think they are different. Let me check here. If I go to this one, it ends in 994E. And if I go here, it says 5695. And the reason why we made it different is because, let's say, for example, somebody caught on to what you're doing and they found a way to cheat the system. It's pretty much impossible right now because you have to log in every time you turn on the tablet. But once it's cookied and you turn it on, it's still just going to show up. But if somebody somehow figures out the URL, you can always change that URL in the system.
How would you do that now?
You just give them a different link. You give the business the other link instead.
The second link, okay.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And that new system would have to be re-cookied again, too. So it's just a little added security.
Gotcha. Let's see. So if I want to create a neighborhood deal, several offers from different businesses, like a closed system for non-competing businesses to share customers, perceived higher value. That's exactly what we're talking about, Bill. And actually we had somebody ask in the support desk before we came on, they couldn't make us hear how to do that, and that's exactly how you would do it. You'd go into your rewards and set up each, if you had 5 separate businesses, each non-competing, you'd set up each business with their own location, for their in-house loyalty, and then you'd set up 5 rewards, and then you go into each location and each one will have 4, obviously because they don't need their own reward unless they want to offer their own reward to their own people too. You can set up, either all 5 of those for each location, or just the 4 that aren't themselves that they're handing out to other people. You know, and that's kind of like a Jason Bell type of daily deals, you know, business model with loyalty, where, you know, he pretty much owns the subscribers, and like you said, it's got that added value when you come in there and you say, hey, the coffee shop across the street wants to send you some customers, you know, kind of thing. So that's I think it's a great model to go after. So let us know how it works for you. Let's see. Right, and Rondy's saying what's the difference between those 2 URLs, and that's just it. We had them set and we kept them different in case you want to change the URL, you know, if you run into problems, which you shouldn't. I'm watching you mess around there. That thing's so cool. Dave was saying something about being overlap images and stuff, or?
That's in the device designer. That's coming up in phase 3.
Okay.
But yeah, somebody was mentioning that Flash wasn't working on their Android device. I mean, you could actually use Flash on Android. It works on my Acer Iconia.
I think you have to download a plugin or something.
Yeah.
Just like you would.
Somebody else had a good idea. I think it was on the last call too. You know how like every time on the tablet it goes to the home page, it's pulling from an external URL. If there was a way you could have those images on the tablet and have it pull from the tablet using the source URL right here. So it would look like something like this. That way it would load faster.
There you go.
So if somebody can figure that one out, you'll be my best friend.
Well, James, we can say it one more time. If you're looking to run that kind of daily deals type thing, if you've got 5 stores that are going to be participating, just say to start, you would want to set up 5 different locations for them to run their own in-house, you know, loyalty system. Say the coffee shop, the body shop, the, you know, mom and pop grocery store or whatever. Set them all up with their own locations, and then set them all up with one reward, and then you'd go in and assign each reward to each location. So, you know, Sue's coffee shop is going to get the rewards for Joe's body shop and the mom and pop store and, you know, the 2 others, and then the other guys are going to get her offer plus the rest of them. Right? And in the future, we're going to make it so that it's going to be a little bit easier to do this, where you can make one daily deals type of check-in center, and you won't have to have a separate location for each one. You would just have the one location. But that's going to be phase 3. Let's see. Does this work better in Firefox or Chrome? Do you know, Ed? Is there?
I tell you what.
For the back end,
when
really, I think
Dave and I were playing with it. Remember we had the issue with the buttons not clicking fast enough?
Yeah.
Obviously the coders already fixed that. But when I loaded it in Firefox, man, those buttons were going like crazy. The sounds were sticking with each punch. It was working perfect.
Yeah,
I had better success with Firefox.
I've been using Firefox more often. I kind of dig it. Let's see. All right, guys. I mean, I think pretty much all the questions are answered. Firefox for Android. Yeah, Dennis, you can get Firefox browser for your Android if you want. They've got it in the App Store. I use Firefox on my phone, especially. I like the mobile Firefox, actually.
Another feature that's coming in, I think it's either coming tonight or tomorrow. If you ever noticed on mobile phones, when you have it in portrait mode, see how the header text here is cut off? Can you see my screen?
Yep. Looks
okay.
Good.
Well, you know see how it's cut off right here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's going to happen now, if all the content that's in this header here can't fit, it's going to scroll like a ticker. So you'll be able to read the whole thing now.
Oh, cool.
That's coming up tomorrow. Or tonight.
Gotcha. Let's see, UPC feature is set up with the customer scanner. Abe, yeah, for most of those type of things, you know, your customer is going to have the UPC that you scan to, you know, take that deal off. You know, most of them either can talk to the company about it, or, you know, I don't know who you're working with, but whoever runs that techie stuff should be able to get you a UPC code, you know, that would work when they scan it, and it would just work with the register. I don't know if you've seen, like, if you go to Walmart or something and you go and you want to buy the gravel or the mulch from outside, they got to open that, you know, notebook with scan things on it. Same kind of thing, you know. If one of those things would be, you know, 10% off, and they just scan it with their phone. Well, they can give you that number, which you can enter in your system, and that same UPC will show up as a deal.
And they'll be able to scan this right here.
Right. So it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll be the number they give you that they need that UPC to be to take off whatever, you know, deal you're running. Let's see.
Yeah, what's going to happen here, they're going to bring this into the store. There's going to be instructions here. I got it under punch right now. But anyways, what's going to happen is it's going to say redeem, and it's going to say do not click redeem. Please present this to the clerk. And you're going to show this screen to the clerk. Obviously, it doesn't show it as being fulfilled yet. And she's going to say click on redeem. When you click on redeem here at the bottom, it's going to put a little banner across there saying deal redeemed. So if you try to come in there again with the same deal, the first thing she's going to see is that banner that the deal's already redeemed. She's going to know not to scan this and give you the deal again.
Cool. Terry says I have a question in all capitals. Shoot, Terry, what is it? What's the question? Let's see. Did you want to come on? Is that what you're saying? Or you want to come in? I see your hand up. Do you want to come on live with a? Okay. Terry, I'm gonna unmute Terry here and let him shoot with a question. Terry, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up, buddy?
All right, so you know how right now we have the deals scrolling?
Yep.
Yeah.
On the main page, like the slider?
Yeah. Is it possible to have several deals static as a style text?
Static as a style text.
Or perhaps in their bounding box, if you will, like we have now, but have them static? Do they have to scroll?
I'm pretty sure they do, right, Ed? I mean,
Yeah, if you have more than one deal set as featured on Glider here, it's always going to scroll more than once. If you have only one deal set as yes on featured Glider, it's not going to scroll at all. It's just going to be that one static image.
Yeah, I understand that. So I guess would it be possible for you guys to devise a way to give us a choice to have several static deals presented on the pad?
Oh, like a randomizer?
Yeah.
Well,
just
and I think he means he wants it to be static, but if he's got 3 deals, you want all 3 to be there at all the time, that kind of thing?
And I think this works well when you have, you know, sort of not competing business, but, you know, the daily deals kind of situation so that they can all be present in front and center in front of the consumer.
I mean, the only issue I see with that is, I mean,
you're saying you want to have an image that's like a Mod Podge of like 3 different products, right?
So one under the other.
Yeah, I think that can easily be accomplished. Just adding one deal as yes for Glider, and just uploading that image there. That might serve that purpose right now, but I see what you're saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So just have one image, but design it as, you know, three separate deals.
Exactly.
Ah, yeah.
And then you'd make that then with the featured one on the slider, and all the other ones check no for featured on slider, so it'll just show that one.
And that actually, your idea too would be a lot better in portrait mode too.
Right.
Because that image is going to be a lot bigger on the tablet than having this just 50% here on the width. which I have it
Yeah.
set right now.
Yeah.
So is that got any other questions, Terry, while we got you here?
Yeah,
That helps you out?
I think that's it. And, I think in the Facebook group, a couple of people mentioned, for instance, Belly. And I think that's the way that they have it. They have, like, static deals in front of the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to take a look at that just to see.
And I think Plum Rewards does the same thing too.
Really?
Yeah, and Plum Rewards, when I look at their tablet, I'm kind of dismayed because it shows like other companies' logos when you're inside. Like for example, I'm inside Subway, I see logos for other businesses on the tablet. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me why you would do that.
Okay, but isn't that what we're talking about, though, when you talk about having a daily deals program, when you have...
Correct.
Okay.
Kind of, but you'd still be able to, keep, like, instead of it saying Dave's Hot Rod Cafe here, it'd be Terry's Daily Deals or something,
Yeah.
and that would be all you right there.
Okay.
And then I think, like you said with that image there, that would be the best way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, the only thing is, like, if you look at how Ed's got his right now, there's not many more that you're going to be able to add, even if it's static, without it getting, kind of difficult to read and stuff. Those are, when you look at this on a tablet, that's about the right size you want it to be able to be readable. If you had 3 of these in here, you're just not going to be able to display all that info, I guess, pretty much.
Right. Okay.
But, yeah. Is that it for you, Terry?
That's it.
Alrighty. Thanks for joining us here. We'll talk to you soon. Let's see.
Yeah, so your portrait mode looks something like this, but obviously the image would be a lot wider here.
Here you go. Yeah, that's perfect, right? And then you just have that one image be all of them that you want. Let's see. I kind of like the slider because I think it, when it slides over, it kind of grabs your attention type of thing. If you're standing in line looking at the, impulse items and in your peripherals, this thing is going off, you're probably going to look at it. If it's a static image, you might never see it. That's just my opinion. But let's see. I know myself. I go into a service station and I may have enough points to buy something, but I don't know it or remember when I am there. It would be nice for the clerk to be able to tell me I have enough points to redeem an offer. Lydia, you would know that when you check in. And when you check in, it takes you right to a page that says you have this many points, and then it'll say you either do or don't qualify for a deal. So you'll know right away instantly when you check in every day how many points you have and how many points you need to get what you want kind of deal. I think he's showing you right now. Yep. So here's your points, your balance, what you earned today.
If you qualify for any deals, they will appear below. Bango, bango.
So he can get himself a burger deal today. Let's see. Can we control the rate of the slider movement? Can we do that, Ed? Is there
It's actually a pretty darn good idea. It's already built into the script. We just have to add a field for you to be able to manage that.
Ooh, can it be like a slider thing? That'd be really cool.
Actually, I think there are several different ways we could have this slide too. We can have it fade in and out. We can have it slide.
Oh yeah, different effects. Kind of, if it was on portrait mode, it can have it maybe drop down from the top or something.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we'll investigate that for you guys.
So it actually does tell us what offers I qualify for. Yep. Did you see when he checked in right there? He had a burger one and a shake one. Those were the 2 he qualified for. Or box slip. Yep. Terry's talking about. So now the first time he claimed that burger one, so that's gone now. And I think, but he still qualifies for this deal, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
He's got a ton of points from checking in every day, so he can still claim one. Well,
And what's cool is they can always, even if they've already checked in for that day, because you can set how many check-ins per day inside of the point schedule. Let me show you that, guys. Dave's Hot Rod Cafe. Contest rules. Now, let's say you want to allow people to check in twice, maybe 3 times a day. could say 3 here, and then you could set how many hours must be go between each check-in. So if I do 0200, the next check-in can't happen for another hour or another 2 hours. But if that person checks in, let's say an hour after that, the first check-in, it's gonna say you've already checked in, so they can still check their stats and redeem prizes, but they just don't get the points for checking in.
Cool, cool.
And somebody's asking, how do you set it to be vertical? What you do is go on your device here. Let me widen this out so you guys can see. The pad settings here, we have landscape left panel. This will put the dial pad on the left-hand side, or the image if you have the image set for the Lightbox dial pad. Then it's the opposite for the right panel. Portrait bottom panel is going to put either the dial pad or the Lightbox image underneath the glider. Portrait top panel is going to be the opposite of that. It's going to put the dial pad before and the glider at the bottom. But you can also, if you're using pretty big images for your check-in, let's say you just want to have a real big image for check-in, you can totally disable the glider buttons too. And when it comes to, for example, the guy was discussing having the three deals in one picture, you could just use that as your check-in image, the whole big picture. And you wouldn't need to have a glider.
Very cool. Well, you guys, any last ones you want to squeeze in before we jump off here? I just got a text from Mr. Dave, and Ed, if you can, he wants to meet up in a few minutes here, just to check in with us and see how we're doing.
Okay.
Anybody else? Let's see. Are we going to be able to design mobile account page more customized in future updates? I don't think so, Brian. I think the mobile page is pretty, other than the the theme settings, I guess you could call it, with the colors. You'll be able to change that, but the rest of it is pretty.
Yeah, we don't want to get into creating full mobile websites.
Right, and yeah, the mobile is pretty much there to serve its purpose of, delivering the deal or registering or whatever. There's not really too much you'd want to be able to do there.
We are going to be adding social towards the end of phase 2.
To mobile?
Yeah, you'll be able to share deals. Every check-in you'll be able to share if you checked in, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And you can earn extra bonus points for doing that. How
do you make Lydia, the dial pad thing? Yeah, we covered that one at the beginning of the call. But where it's right there where it says pad image, if you enter a pad image there and you click use image, that's going to give you, it'll show that button instead of the dial pad. And then you can click that button and it'll appear on a Lightbox instead of just showing all the time. I think that's going to about do it, you guys. We're going to, like I said, we'll be back here tomorrow for a Wrecking Ball 1. And then we have the Wednesday Think Tank tomorrow. Thursday, we'll be taking the holiday off. And other than that, guys, you know where to find us. support@wreckingballmobile.com if you need to hit us by email. And get in touch with us, and like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. And check your inbox. Ed, anything else? Thanks for being here with us. Appreciate it. Thank you, Phil, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks, guys.